Do I think that drilling and practicing in something like the trading sim helps us in our path? Absolutely. Absolutely. If you ask me, does practicing work? I mean, come on. The best athletes in the world, are they practicing? The best athletes practice more than the okay athletes. The ones at the top of the game practice more longer. You know the story of Kobe Bryant. At 17 years old or 18 years old, he realized that the vast majority of basketball players woke up around 7 o'clock in the morning. They had breakfast, whatever. Now it's 8:30. They went to have their first practice at 9. All right. Practiced for an hour and a half or so. Came back, washed up, rest a little bit, have lunch, rest a little bit after lunch, go back for their second practice. Maybe it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, hour and a half, 2 hours, come back, rest up a little bit. All right. Maybe after one meal, have one more practice. If they were really, really amazing, 3 practices in a day. Come back home, have their final meal, relax, go to bed, and repeat the next day, 3 practices. So what Kobe realized, if I woke up at 3 in the morning and I was in the gym by 4:30, I could have my first practice at 4:30, come back, rest, have my second practice at 8 before they have their first one at 9. Finish second practice before most in the entire league had their first one, 2 practices. So he built his career by doing 5 practices a day, where your average ball player did 3 practices. Well, 2 practices a day. The great ones did 3. The super great ones like him did like 5. And so when you ask me, does practicing work? Of course it works. You know, in anything. Okay. And during your practice, you want to fail in your practice. You want it to be hard. This is what prepares you for when you're not practicing, right? And so anything that gives you experience, making a decision, protecting yourself, adding to the play, adjusting your protection, taking profits at the right time, learning when to take some profits and not all, learning when it's time to take all of that has to be practiced. It just doesn't fall out of the sky. It just doesn't appear one day. You learn this through practicing. And so when you practice, you're going to lose. And if you're practicing with your own capital, it doesn't make sense, because you're really putting yourself and your family at risk, knowing that the first period is loss. It's just the way it is. The first period is never winning. Never. Not in this. Never. It's impossible. How? The other thing is, which is interesting, guys, how can the problem know the solution? I want you to think about my question to you, okay? Think about this question. How can the inexperienced losing trader know what's best for him? How? They can't. The problem doesn't know its own solution. If you are the problem, how do you know? How can you make a choice as to what's good for me and what's not good for me? Think about this. You're seeing through the prism of your problem. Your problem can't choose its own solution. It's impossible. And this again is where you need, in most cases, an outside agent. Nobody gets hired to a Wall Street trading firm out of Harvard, right? Put on a trading desk. 21-year-old kid put on a trading desk and expect it to be good. How? A kid just spent 4 years in Harvard. How are they going to be good? How is anyone going to expect this 21-year-old kid out of college to be good? No one expects him to be good. No one. So he's going to be developed by others who are already good. And those others that develop him are going to take an override on the profits. So they have an incentive to make the trader good. People are constantly saying in this industry, idiots for the most part are saying in this industry, well, if, successful traders don't teach other traders. Are you stupid? Now, how do successful traders become successful traders? Are they born with it? Does it fall out of the sky? Very few people self-develop in this business. They're developed in some way by some outside agent. And on Wall Street, it's incentivized. A trader gets added to a trading desk with 8 other traders. There's a head trader on that desk who says, okay, boys, we've got a new trader here. All right. Their responsibility is to make that trader not be a weak link on that team, because everyone's bonus depends on everyone's trading there. So they have an incentive to bring this trader up to speed. Okay. And they all benefit from that trader becoming successful. And that's the model. They're developed. They don't come out of school and be given $80 million account and just say, knock yourself out. Let's see if you're good. Stupid. Nobody does that. But in the retail novice world, in the internet world, people think they can open up an account and with no experience, no guidance, no outside agent influencing what they do, putting them through training, practice, whatever, but they think they're going to be good like that just because they opened up an account. It's crazy. They're food for the gods. It's just the way it is. Money has to come from somewhere, right? Money has to come from somewhere. And it comes from those who put money in, deposit. The untrained, uneducated, they put money into the market and never take it out. They lose it. But in order for me to win, that money had to be there from somebody. Do you understand? It wasn't just created out of thin air. You put $25,000 into a day trading account and you're down 10,000. You're down 10,000. Now you got 15,000. That 10,000 went somewhere. You understand? Went to me. It comes from somewhere. So the industry needs the uneducated. The industry needs the depositor traders. It's predicated on uneducated, untrained market participants. You understand? And so it's needed. And this is why the message is, this is why you can open up an account on your phone in less than 5 minutes. This message is, come on in. You can do this. There's no requirement to be educated. There's no threshold. There's no test. There's no training. It's just fill out this information, press this button, and give me your money. Why do you think it's easy like that? Can't become a doctor like that, can you? Can't become a heart surgeon like that, but you can become a trader? Why? Why do you think so? Why do you think the industry's message is fill out these lines, put your name here, put your address or whatever, press this button and boom, send your money in. Here's a wire instruction. Connect this account to your bank account and give us the money. Why do you think that? Because that's what feeds the small percentage of people that take. Do you understand? There's only a small number of people that take, a small percentage of people that take. Most people give. Small percentage takes what's been given. And this is all about us, you, making the transfer from being a depositor to being a taker. All right? That's what we do. That's my goal with you, to convert you into a taker. Yeah.